Okay, let's start. Today I will show you how to apply our program task or event management into new functions. They are about user management and create the dataset or database for it. Here is the interface that I use from one of the students in my class. It is Vietnamese language, but you must use the English language in your program. Here just for demonstration. Uh, this is the main interface, and now we will create a new form to management user as we expect one user has a lot of tasks and one task can have a lot of user. Here is task management. We right click and add new item. Here we have Windows forms, and in this image visual C# items I select form. Windows form is in normal form. We have a lot of here, and some of them we will learn in next lecture. Now just see form and click name. As the formal case is start by FRM, is stand for forms, and user. If forms in this case, we want to divide the screen into two parts. Upper is for insert information, and the lower for display. So we use split container and turn it to vertical, horizontal, up. Well, for list is user test box and label. This label is a username. Username is unique. And another, this text box, copy and paste username, full name, last one is a department. It means that what's the department of this username, and maybe one more for birthday. Okay, and birthday is daytime picker. Let's go into format custom and custom format day, month, year, hour, minutes. I just only diamond years enough. and change its name. Username we select because is the name. T for text box, username. T full name, and T department and birthday, day, time, birthday. Okay. And the upper side is a for view on the users. Previously we use list view, so here I use grid view, data grid view. We don't need we use edit later. Column, edit columns, as column. Name is the C username. Title is a username. Visible is only, frozen. Okay. This only for username. Add column 2 says full name. Add title, name, only voice as say department. Department, at and birthday says birthday, birthday as well, and okay. Yes, we have, and we choose is the answers for and doc full of this. Yes, it's a okay. Let's as a button. As user change name as let's symbol interface. And now we program for the function this button add user. Click on this and you have two options. First one is with this button for and for event. Event is event for the control, and click and double click here or double click on the button. Double click. It will automatically add an event for EAS. So here we will solve the user onto the data grid view. First we change this data grid view name. Name here data user. Okay, double click on button and write event. For data grid view, we need is the data source. Thus, the data will source on the data grid view. There are a lot of ways to present the data source for grid view. Here I present in simple case. I use the string array of strings is the row equal first a username. This t username dot test dot trim. This name dot test dot trim. Next this department dot test dot stream, and for birthday dot value to string, and I add it into a row of data grid view. This data user dot row as this is row. Okay, now is how to solve this interface from the main interface from once. Here this name is not good, so you must rename it into else main. Yes. Click on this menu files. I create one here. For here is the beside. I create here users management, and I double click on it and show the form too. It's how by else is name user form user apps user equal new apps user dot show. Yes, we will show it. Okay, let's run it. Start. This will run the second form when click on the menu. Use management, click and source. PIS is for username, full name, departments, IT, birthday, not more as user, full name, departments, birthday, as you see, so as more and more and more. Okay, we add a user to this data grid. First and second, after add user, we must clear this form to add another data. So create this form is a task for you. Here I create and as user. Is the no value here? No value here. So it's a task for you that make constraints or solve the error if user didn't input this information for the form. Okay. Okay, let's do the data source in another way. It's better to management on the information in this form so that we can use later. User. Okay. First one, we will create a new class. You see after this class here, or as in course, let's right click, add new item called class, and it's here for user. The class users, we have some string is a public string username set and get public string full name set get public string department set and get. This from the object-oriented programming class. Public date time, you see birthday set and get. Okay, this class now we use in the defined interface of users. First, birthday must display in the daytime control. So how to do that? From this initialize component, you can use after this form lost. We change the data type of the column. We check any column. The birthday name is the birthday, and the column type will change into daytime picker. So how to do it? First, after initialize, we and this the name of column is birthday. Here we change the column type is data property name equal name of user class dot birthday. Yes, we change this property to birthday, and here as test. So let's run it. User management as user name date and as it is text box. Okay, Let's change into a data source of data grid. In here, we don't use this way. We make a new is public data source, data users is type of list user says and guest. Where is it compute with the name of data grid view, so change is list was okay. Get this get and set, so just this name. And it's the private. Since there is from the inheritance and encapsulation of form, we can now use public here. If you want, it must inside the designer. But it's called into designer is not good to write, so we must write outside. Okay. Okay, when initialized, we create a new user list user new. Okay, so as we create an object is user equal new user user of username equal this the dot test stream username of the full name this the user dot birthday value. Okay, and add it into list user. And sort this list into data grid. Data user dot data source equal list. You must care about the order of these fields in user class. It makes same the order in display. If not, it will display in wrong the order. Okay, the next user as you see here. Is as small so how to fix this? Okay, how we can fix it? First, we need a binding source that converts from the data into list of user into data grid view. So we need data binding. Is the name is the data binding source. Binding source is the as source equal new and add source dot data source to list user and sort it into data grid data source. From this, it will convert we had data grid here, and this is a list of user. The list to fill in this, we need a middle. This is the binding source here. And for the name of column, here we need to change its name to this .c username data property name equal name of user username. Same for this, just this full name data property name of user full name. And for department, okay, let's learn is users and let's name full name IT as you can see it add into this, and we can add more enough more. Okay, C1 now let's consider in one case how to edit this. Because username we check in readable, so it cannot edit. So how edit is edit from data source and say it again to data grid. We must check username is unique. Okay, let's check username. Is the write function private one. Check username user. Okay, we will select where user equal list user where is a link queue to SQL. We can select files object into link queue into this lambda expression. If from object oriented class, we can is username equal we can count if at least one user in this list has the same equals, and we return if use the is greater than 0. If check username user we will show the errors into the username text box. So to this we need as two ways. One is the errors provider if exercise for you. Here I add in by message box docs. So assist user. Okay, let's run. I'm sorry. We must return after it, but let's consider it's working. So it shows that it exists, but also as because we didn't return it. If happen, return, did do anything? Yes. So now the username a unit. And how when we change the value in this, we can update into the list box, and we the event of data grid view is a one is cell content grid is the content edited cell edited. Cell value needs this. Event after we edit content of this cell. This is event save and edit. When it's edit, we will update is this. So first we must know the index because this top data. So okay, the index of cell is in dash row index and column column index. Or in another way, we update on this row to the new. So here I change is user create users user equal new user username equal c username index this data user row index cell value name of user of username to string. Let I check is this correct. Insert breakpoint F5 users let's say this value is correct. Add to watch is error. Column username cannot be solved. Okay, let's change this error here. Where error because in this cell we must the index of username. So how to check its index? We see username dot index. This is the index of username, and we will check is it right. You massive box username dot full name equal this data user same place this is C full name index. Okay, let's debug into this. C is right click breakpoint, insert breakpoint, F5. User S and Janice, enter username. Yes, correct, we get it. We just move the cursor into this, you get this value. This is the debug mark. Okay, is it another user dot department equal user birthday equals this. C birthday C description A, we must convert into datetime, so datetime pass to string. You also add in this cell by datetime, and now we update list box this does list user now where is equal user single assign to user we must find the index of this user into list box. How to find it? Okay, it's wrong here. We must only find the index, so I call this in list index equals this dot list, which use the link queue to SQL for the list. Does find index condition as lambda expression. It does username equal user username and we update this list index equal. Okay, see equal what happened. Username that's as error. Let's see what's the value here. Cell username has cell for example C birthday index 0. Okay, the problem here on the sum is 0. So we can access by the order. We know that the first one is for username, second one was 2 and 3. A better way to access is by the column name. This is one exercise for you. Okay, let's turn again. Yes, we change it as this user. Great. Let's use debug and breakpoint to show that the list user is updated when we apply this data cells. So let's breakpoint here. F5. Username. Sorry. As user and user edit as file 1 enter. Let's draw. Yes, it's updates here too and here. Okay, we can, when click into birthday, we will insert this control in the daytime picker. So the events we consider is the cell click. We says if this user row and row index of cell sorry, we must see the consider is column is the a column index does data property name equal name of user and birthday. If this happens, we create a new control data picker data picker data and let's set some property. DTP visible equal true, DTP format equal data format dot short, DTP value equal past datetime past this data user current cell value to string. That's the position of this position by all the cell values. So the rest tango is okay. Let's guess position size and position of this cell. This data user now gets display as column index dot row index and true. Okay, let's set size and location of data time because data picker dot size equal size rectangle dot width rectangle dot height position position is a location. And the events when clicked and closes on close subs adds event by cause and press tab to insert and task again. When close is sender does. To handle it, we use it as a global variable control C and as this global and the TV does visible points DTV dispose clouds. The another event is a test change DTV dot test change task and add it into data grid box. This data user the current cell of value equal DTV dot test value to string. Okay, let's run this. User IT as user this errors because it's an empty row, so we must disable its empty row property. Enable edit enable number. Here this property allow user to add rows to false or choose into true, and in this yes we set if is dot row index equal greater than equals this list user dot count. It means that a new row return. Let's run again. Check. And click. Okay, same error. Wrong that one, but this user had two, but we add only one. So what happens is the second one adding number in num. So is the prevent it. So why? Okay, problem here. Number one. When we n edit, we change it, but the problem we n edit is the empty row. So this is error. So we must check it here. If version again. Same. Let's debug in this. No. We must consider what's the error. Let's put breakpoint here. F5. Use the list only one. F10. One F10. 10. White. Paste. We have the problem since we use the binding source from DataGrid and list view. So in this interface, first of all, name F5. Since it's binding, so it will add also the empty row into list. So how? So therefore the list has redundant as has one item that is empty. So just turn off. So we had change here is the for -1. And so the datetime picker. After that, we add into this controls of data grid box. This data user as control. As control this as database. Okay. User name as the format difference. Let's add another. Here we can click this. We can click on this and it shows the datetime picker for us. Same here. Okay. Three. And second here, okay. It's no problem here. Again, we can handle it by try and catch. Turn off it. In the case that we don't know source where it come from, we will try and catch. And run. Yes, it has a control for us can select day. 2. Same here. IT. Okay, we can add, delete, add, modify, change the type of controls. The exercise for you today is handles first one is the delete. How to delete a row. This to multiply into the list box. List user to update into the user. Second, it is add by new row. It means that you can add the value into this, and this. And the third one, change the department to combo box. Change it into combo box. It has some department, for example, is the IT department, software SE engineering, database system DS, and computer science. We have 4 departments, and for each department in this control, it must change into combo box. Yes, the exercise for you today. You must submit the project as zip file, and after the deadline for submission, you will assess your friends. It has 3 to 5 for each assessment. Please, after assessment, each assessment may has a note for each score you give for your friend. The assessments without notes will reduce your final score.